Can you tell I'm in denial?
You can't stay at the top forever.
I was also very surprised when I looked at my phone and saw Joe Girardi dismissed.
Well, I think mine were with common sense.
I think now belongs in the all-time greats top 10.
Boston, I really think only got to this point because of a guy named Chris Middleton being out for the Bucks.
That power play just was unbearable. It was humming.
Man, am I happy. I knew that this was going to happen. I knew he was going to come back.
When I think of New York Yankees now, it's Judge. Probably people in the past when Jeter was coming up.
I would be shocked. A little bit hurt.
Hey, this is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football, TexasFootball.com, and Valley Sports Southwest. You are listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. We talked about the Tigers a few days ago, and Austin called it. They would keep losing. I thought they could turn it around, but this is a terrible collapse by what was to be seen as on the rise Tigers.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the year that they kind of broke out after last year, almost making it to the ALCS, but barely losing to the Guardians. As it stands right now, they're 1-10 in their last 11 games. They're playing the Guardians right now. The Guardians are up 3-1 as we're recording. If they were to lose this game, they'd be a full game back of the Guardians in the division, and the Guardians hold the tiebreaker, so they're really 2 games back in the division. They are still above the Astros as we are recording, but if they lose this game and the Astros win, the Astros will be back ahead of them, or they'll be tied in games, but I think the Astros hold the tiebreaker. Are you still confident that the Tigers can make the playoffs? Because they play after today. They play one more game against the Guardians and then 3 games against the Red Sox, who today beat or are up 4-0 on the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 7th inning and are looking like they're close to clinching a playoff spot.
Yeah, I think I'm not as confident. I do think they do it. I don't trust the Astros, but the Astros have the easier way to
Yeah, instead of playing the Guardians and the Red Sox, they play the Athletics and Angels. And they haven't even started their game today. So they have 5 games left while the Tigers have 4.5 as we're recording.
Yeah, and thinking about it, this was supposed to be the Tigers' breakout year given what they did in the playoffs. And it looked to be. But success isn't often linear, so this could be to show that they still need to fix things. To me, their biggest problem is their bullpen.
That's definitely a big problem. They also need to fix some of the hitting issues they have. Riley Green has gone through some bad stretches. He is hitting better now. They do have Torkelson playing well. I like Dingler as their catcher, but they just have a little bit of problems around the team, and obviously they just have not been able to get it together. Their starting pitching is good. It's probably their brightest spot on the team. However, there's definitely some holes when it comes to their fielding and obviously their bullpen, like you said.
Yeah, hitting. It was kind of rare last year, but what made them so good was their pitching. This year, their hitting was fantastic, and then it hit a lull, so it's finding that consistency on the hitting side.
Yeah, and while you explain that success is not linear, I agree with that. However, usually success doesn't take a step back, and if they do miss the playoffs, I think that is what it would be.
Yeah, but I think it's hard to think about in sports where a team goes up, it doesn't keep going up, but some go down and then get back up. Which I'm trying to think, they didn't.
I not like take a step back. Like I would think, like sure you go from making the playoffs to maybe losing in the wild card instead of losing into the ALDS, and that's not. I mean, it's kind of a setback, but a small one. But going from making the ALDS to missing the playoffs is not the best, especially because Skubal is a free agent.
I thought he had one more year left.
According to my friends that are Tigers fans, I don't think he does. I'll check Spot Track.
You could be right. I thought he had one more year before. Maybe this is arbitration year. But thinking about it, they didn't do too much to help this team in free agency.
Oh yeah,
as
he's
far-
he's another arbitration year, I
Yeah.
think.
And
Yeah,
so
you're
this
right.
could be the year to give him that contract.
It's going to be hard to convince him though
Yeah.
if you miss the playoffs.
And he probably wants to hit the market because that would just drive up his price. Could go to a better situation than Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, I think Detroit would give him his fair share, but again, he wants to contend, and last year looks more like a fluke. Even though the beginning of the season, I mean, they are. I think it's 7-19 in their last 26 games. If they lose, it's 7-20 in their last 27 games. They just can't get it going. And last year, at the end of the season, they were this wagon that could not be defeated. And this is the complete opposite. I will say it is pretty crazy. If you look at the Tigers' schedule, the Tigers have played some extremely, extremely, extremely hot teams. So first, they played. Let me pull up the schedule. They played Miami, who is 9-1 in their last 10 games. Then they played Cleveland, who is 9-1 in their last 10 games. Then they played Atlanta, who's 10-0 in their last 10 games. And then they're playing Cleveland again, who's 9-1 in their last 10 games. So 4 straight series against extremely, extremely hot teams. And sure, they are part of the reason why those streaks have continued. But those teams they're playing against just cannot lose at this point of the season. Again, playing a Miami team that is 9-1, kind of crazy in the last 10. The Marlins are going to lose today as we're recording, which are moving back to 8-2. But when they were playing a 9-1 stretch.
Yeah, it's really shocking to just see some of the stretches teams have gone on. Tigers losing streak, Rangers losing streak compared to the Guardians winning streak, which has been really impressive because a few weeks ago it looked like they were completely out.
Yeah. And on September 12th or 11th, the Tigers were 11 games up in the division. I can't remember if it was 11th or 12th, but they were up. They were 11 games ahead of the Guardians, and now that quickly, it's September 24th as we're recording. They're tied. That is a crazy turn of events in 13. I think it was the 11th, so we'll go 13 days. That's incredible.
It really is incredible. So yeah, I think they're a young team, so this shows their inconsistency that comes with a young team. And it seemed like they could beat that, but kind of reminds me of the Jaguars. They snuck into the playoffs one year. And then the next year they had that large lead, and then they had that terrible fall off.
True. And I mean, you can even go back to the Jaguars before that when they made the AFC Championship game. And like, success isn't always linear, but sometimes success just ends way before it actually reaches precipice.
Yeah, I think with that team it looked like, okay, yes, they have a great defense, but offensively,
But I mean, that was a rookie year, Leonard Fournette. He still had some
That's
young
true.
players on that team. I mean, that was the second year of Jalen Ramsey. It was still a very young team that, if you built correctly around, could become a contender.
Yeah, and I think I would say this Tigers job is easier as long as you extend Scooble, because you have that. They have a good rotation. It's just you need to get some hitters. Riley Green is a young guy. Same thing with Torkelson. Baez started playing well for them. So to
True.
me, adding another veteran type would be a good addition for them. And it doesn't have to be a flashy. Just has to be a solid player.
Yeah, but I mean, this is going to be hard mentally to get over. Baseball, in my opinion, is the most mentally uh, stressful sport, and getting over your mind is 80% of the battle of playing it. And this will be something that's hard to come over if they do miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I'll let you close this one out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know if you guys think the Tigers will make the playoffs or not. and whether or not that they'll be able to repeat their success from last year at any point soon.